Bonjour, hello and welcome back to round 3 Investec Champions Cup highlight show. So happy to be here in Bordeaux, who are hosting Northampton Saints this afternoon. Obviously a remake of last year's final. But before that, we thought we would pay a little visit to my former teammate of Clermont, Rémi Lamra, go to the Halles Bacalan to immerse ourselves into the local delicacies, including the cannelé, and of course talk about wine. The massive structure that you see behind me is La Cité du Vin. It looks like a wine decanter. And then, and only then, will we have the privilege of going to Stade Chabon-Delmas for that tremendous game of rugby that is after us. Now, here's Robbie, who's going to tell you what's coming up in the show.
In today's show, Benjamin talks rugby and wine with former Bordeaux centre Rémi Lamra ahead of the massive clash between the champions and Northampton. We take a look at one of the biggest Champions Cup rivalries, La Rochelle and Leinster, who have contested 2 recent finals. Round 3 has 2 more clashes between European heavyweights as Toulon take on Munster and Saracens host Toulouse. And we'll bring you all the rest of the action as the competition reaches a critical stage.
Standing in front of the official Louis Biel-Biarré fan club zone, meep meep, electric scooters. More seriously, a quick reminder of what happened in 2025 and a recap of how the qualification actually works.
3 teams have the maximum 10 points so far, Bordeaux and Northampton in Pool 4 as we've already mentioned. The other is Glasgow in Pool 1, who produced a spectacular comeback to stun Toulouse.
Here come the Warriors from 5 metres, getting closer, the backs coming in, pushing them, driving them over. What a turnaround at Scotstoun Stadium!
Glasgow in pole position, while Toulouse face another tough test in round 3, away to Saracens. Pool 2 is wide open, with all the teams having won 1 and lost 1. Bath have a slight advantage thanks to a try bonus point against Toulon. The Stormers are flying the flag for South Africa. They lead Pool 3 on points difference from Leinster, with Harlequins and La Rochelle hot on their heels. With 2 games to go in the pool stage, every win and every point are vital. Position in the pool will determine seeding when it comes to the knockout stage, and home advantage up to and including the quarterfinals is given to the higher ranked club. The pool winners will be seeded 1 to 4, the runners-up will be ranked 5 to 8, the third place teams will be 9 to 12, and the fourth place teams will make up 13 to 16. Finishing position in the pool is paramount, and if teams are tied on points, their seeding will be decided on aggregate points difference. In the round of 16, the first seed plays the 16th, second will play 15th, and so on. So, as things stand, the fixtures look like this. But expect lots of changes over the next 2 rounds.
Mon Mimi! Trop bon de te voir.
Ça va, mon pote?
Ça va et toi?
Ouais.
Can we do a little tour? Can you talk to us about your beautiful vine?
You know, I'm from the region.
Yep.
My family was in the wine since 4 generations. So I grew up in this
Environment.
kind of environments.
Yep.
But rugby take a lot of place in my life. So the wine go away since I met you. I met you.
Hey, attends, it goes away until after the game.
Yeah, after the game.
Rémi was the world champion with me, co-world champion. I had to bring some beautiful bottles in a winning bus after a game. That was probably like the most priceless moments that we had as a team, as brothers in arms. Was actually to share a good quality glass of red after a beautiful win on a ever-ending bus trip, and they felt a lot shorter.
Yeah. I often say I never drank
as much wine as
when I was with you in Cameroon.
You're welcome. You are very welcome. Now we're in the monastère. Now we walk into the temple of wine. Epa! Magnifique! Magnifique! Rémi, you were a sensational rugby player and now a formidable winemaker. Both worlds collide here. So you still have the jerseys, including that particular one, that yellow jersey there, top 14 final 2017. But a couple of weeks before that, Investec Champions Cup final in Murrayfield against Saracens. That was a tough day in the office for us.
Yeah, tough day. Instead of being maybe more negative and say, oh, it's finished, our season is dead, we find the resource to win the other competition. Maybe one of the best competition for French rugby player, and the atmosphere was different between the week before a top 14 game and before the week of a Champions Cup game. And when I was in Castres, I don't understand that, because maybe the club don't have the potential, the level to one day win that trophy. But when I arrived in Clermont, I understand it was the dream of, I think, this generation. And I feel maybe more love when I was in Clermont for the Champions Cup instead of when I was in Bordeaux or in Castres.
Yeah. But now Bordeaux have seriously caught up with that love of Champions Cup, because last year they absolutely fell in love with it, beating Toulouse in the semi-final and beating Northampton Saints that they're playing this afternoon, the remake of the final.
The Champions Cup, it's perfect for the way Bordeaux play and love to play, the way they want to attack, the way they want to produce the best way to play. And I think Bordeaux put their name on that competition every year, and the remake of the final this afternoon will be exciting to watch.
You know, I'm a little bit of a sweet tooth. I do like to eat a little bit from time to time. I'm going to go to Les Halles de Bacalan before the game. What do you recommend me to eat and to nibble at?
To drink. Maybe you can start with a little white wine, really dry, with some huîtres du bassin d'Arcachon.
Oysters.
After that, maybe a big piece of roast beef, really bloody. And then you finish with cannelé, and I think it's a good meal.
Strategy was simple. Eat absolutely everything. Mission accomplished, job done. Let's go to the stadium. Oh, so good. Bon Max, merci de prendre 2 minutes pour parler avec nous. C'est une nouvelle compétition, mais je pense qu'aujourd'hui il n'y a pas besoin de motivation supplémentaire. C'est un match spécial.
Exactement, c'est un match très spécial, on l'attendait depuis un petit moment, tout le monde a envie de le jouer, c'est toujours difficile de justement pas y participer. Ouais. Mais en tout cas, non, la motivation est toute trouvée, et ce genre de tunnel, quand les deux équipes marchent à côté, c'est là aussi que tu fais rentrer un petit peu la tension du match, donc sentir aussi que plus tu avances dans le tunnel et plus les supporters vont t'accueillir. 33 000 personnes, c'est quelque chose, donc...
Magnifique.
Ah ouais, ici, c'est une arène, je sais pas ce que tu en penses, mais c'est vrai que les supporters, ils sont proches et tout, et ça donne envie de jouer, c'est presque rageant de ne pas y être, quoi. Mais c'est magnifique, quoi.
Should be a bucket list stadium on every rugby connoisseur's list. Stade Chavon-Delmas in all her finery tonight. Pajgolo with penalty advantage. It's a loose pass, but it's gobbled up, and Rayasi shattered the deadlock. Below, looking for the crossfielder. Guess who's out there? Pollock chipping for himself to chase. Pollock and Pinot. Oh, Pollock's punked him! There's his moment! Check your pulses, Bordeaux! You've just been pollocked! Jalibert taking it to the line. Moefana over the top. Deporter finding Rayasi. Pinot's waiting for it. Against 3 Saints players. Inside to Rayasi. That's what the champions can do. Pajgolo. Oh, Van der Mesch couldn't get him. And nor could Davison. Moefana. Rayasi. Pinot. And inside to Woki. Beautiful, beautiful chaos.
Leon.
Jalibert and Rayasi, off he goes, through he goes, away he goes, swaggering towards the hat-trick. Can Henry stop him? No. Bordeaux. Freeman. Hutchison, what can he spark? Woki got a big paw on it, it's gone backwards. And Woki with an act of burglary. Mitchell and Freeman. It's gone straight to Woki. There's the hat-trick. chasing them all. McParland, Bordeaux, Hutchinson, 3-on-3 on the outside, Pollock's on his bike, what a finish that is. Clever footwork before contact, and he's reaching out for the line and he's finding it. And the try will stand. A hat-trick for Rayasi, a hat-trick for Big Cameron Walkie, 50 points for the reigning kings of the Investec Champions Cup.
What a day, what a game. Certainly the remake of last year's final did not disappoint. Stade Chabon-Desmas, you are a beauty. Northampton Saints came with a lot of power, a lot of hunger, but Bordeaux are unplayable at home. Mathieu Jalibert, the maestro, delivered the perfect partition that allows his backs to score tries left, right and centre, and even a brilliant Henry Pollock was simply not enough. Now let's go and see Robbie for the rest of Pool 4.
Bristol came into this game with 2 wins from 2, while the Bulls had a solitary bonus point. The Bears blitzed the Bulls from the off, Calavetti Ravovo wrapping up the try bonus point inside 16 minutes, the fastest ever in the Champions Cup. The Bulls' defence was dreadful, but in attack, they looked good. Stravino Jacobs scored 2 of their 4 first-half tries. But Bristol scored 7, including a hat-trick from Noah Hewitt.
Through it goes from Williams, and it's not done yet. All on the points here. Oh, look at this. Incredible.
It was 28-47 at the break. Things calmed down a bit in the second half, just the 5 tries, and Bristol won it by 61 points to 49. A brace of tries for Toshi Butlin helped Poe race to an early lead and a bonus point, their first of the competition. But Scarlets battled back and Archie Hughes scored on the stroke of half-time to keep them right in the game.
And what a remarkable finish to this first half.
Tane Plumtree gave Scarlets the lead and a bonus point of their own. But 3 unanswered tries, including this one from Theo Atasogbe, gave Poe their first win in the competition. Bordeaux, Bristol and Northampton have qualified for the knockout stage. Poe, Scarlets and the Bulls are chasing 4th place and the final berth in the next round.
Here we are in the centre of Bordeaux with Blair Connor, and where else would we be other than Connor's Bar? Blair, thanks for having us. Thanks for the pint. It's absolutely delicious.
It's a pleasure.
Look, it's rare and it's very cool to speak to a former player of Bordeaux who's travelled around, but then has set up shop not only in business but also in life down in Bordeaux. Just tell us a little bit about your adventure. Why is Bordeaux so cool and so close to your heart?
It's hard to describe, but Bordeaux, I came here as a 21-year-old, fell in love with the place. The town really embraced me. It embraces rugby, embraces sport. And it's a city that participates. You have a little event on or something like that, and people come out, they want to participate, they want to get involved and stuff like that. So, yeah.
And now Bordeaux is not only rocking it on top 14, still chasing for the Brennus with that new generation of the Mathieu Jalibert, etc., but also Investec Champions Cup champions. How do you feel this European vibe has come about in the town of Bordeaux?
It's been crazy for us. So obviously last year when we were champions, the city just exploded. And after the game, there was maybe 20,000 supporters on this street here, drinking, celebrating. And that's it. It's a team of Bordeaux. It's the people's team. It's the city's team, and everyone embraces it. Everyone knows every player now. It's a religion. It was a special moment for me and for the city as well.
And now let's go and see Robbie. He's going to talk to us about Castres against Bath and the rest of the results of Pool 2.
There have been no away wins so far in Pool 2, but Bath were hoping to change that statistic against Castres.
The ball now in the hands of Teddy Durand, and they're getting the surge forward. It's going over the try line, and they've got the score, and there's only 5 minutes on the clock. Spencer's going to go wide-ish this time, and they get it. Yes, they have.
Just 4 minutes later, Castres charged down a Ben Spencer clearance.
Collier getting up within 5 metres. Fernandez pops it up, and it's a walk-in virtually for Hernand. And Castres taking full advantage of Bath's inability to clear from the set piece. One more surge, perhaps that's all that it will take. Spencer's going to go wide underneath the post, and Bath get the try.
It was now Bath in the ascendancy, and they looked to force their third try from a driving maul.
Dunn it is. Who has it? It is a score. And it is Tom Dunn who's got it.
Bath then started the second half in the same vein as they finished the first.
Dunn with the penalty. Barbary Urbano, as simple as that. The try bonus point wrapped up.
With Cast on the ropes, Bath looked to expose gaps in their defence.
Space, the inside ball from a Jomo. And it is Will Muir who gets the score, which surely finishes off the Castra Challenge.
And Bath completed a fine away performance with the best try of the match.
Space. This is Will Butt, the inside ball, and yet again, the Castra defence has been sliced and diced. Tom Carr-Smith.
That emphatic bonus point win kept Bath at the top of Pool 2. Elsewhere, three-time winners Toulon faced two-time champions Munster. It was an error-strewn first half, but just before the break, Marius Dumont gave Toulon the lead. That was the catalyst the game needed. Ben White put the home side 8 points up. Then Calvin Nash responded for Munster. A brilliant solo effort from Gael Drioch restored Toulon's advantage.
Gael Drioch, little moment of magic.
Tries from Jack O'Donoghue and Tom Farrell put Munster ahead by a point inside the last 10 minutes. But the final word went to Dumont. Toulon edged it 27-25. Edinburgh and Gloucester were both on 5 points after round 2. Gloucester have been struggling in the Prem, but they started and finished the first half in style. Josh Hathaway scored inside 2 minutes, and then Charlie Atkinson added their second just before the break.
Charlie Atkinson's after it. Can he get it? He certainly can.
But Edinburgh staged a second half fight back.
Right under the posts are Edinburgh. Ashman gets there.
Liam McConnell went over soon after Ashman before a penalty try gave the home side a bonus point win. Gloucester had to make do with a losing bonus point. No team has secured qualification yet in Pool 2. Bath lead by a point from Edinburgh, Toulon a third. Munster and Gloucester have 6 points, and Cast still not out of it on 5.
Enjoying a lovely pint with some Saints fans, and now let's have a look at Leinster La Rochelle, the repeat of 2022 and 2023 final, and also the rest of Pool 3.
In 2022 in Marseille, Johnny Sexton's boot kept Leinster ahead for most of the final.
3 from 3 for Sexton, and Leinster regained the lead.
Until a couple of minutes to go.
Ratsier! It's on the line. Agony last year, ecstasy this.
The following season on home turf, Leinster made the dream start, racing to a 17-point lead.
Oh, it's magnificent. Sheehan and Leinster have the perfect start. Inside the first minute. Sheehan's waiting out wide, calling for it, and tearing in for number 3, can you believe?
But once again, La Rochelle clawed their way back and got their noses in front when it mattered most.
La Rochelle, Heineken Cup champions once again. Back-to-back European kings, they've done it in Dublin.
So much history between these two sides. Who would come out on top in the latest instalment?
The big boys have come to town. It's Leinster against La Rochelle. We're off and running.
Not supporting body weight.
Prendergast finds Tommy O'Brien. Frawley, Kenny. Welcome to the Champions Cup, Joshua Kenny. Leinster come out in 5th gear, and they continue to threaten. And away goes Kenny again.
What a record that is now, 6 appearances, 8 tries. The dream continues.
Advantage to La Rochelle, and they look to exploit it. Hastoy, lovely pass. Niniashvili. That is out of the top drawer. La Rochelle threatening to hit the front as we head towards the hour mark.
Penalty advantage.
Surely they'll execute. West is best. 5-point game in La Rochelle's favour. Caelan Doris, now Jack Conan, Van der Fleer. Has he got the pace? It's a long way to there, but he is there. And that is a cracker. Gibson Park, narrow side. Conan has support. Leinster's forwards create the space, and Robbie Henshaw finishes it off. Lagana, still advantage. On the white wave comes. West has Noel outside him, looking for an angle, doesn't need it, and higher West. Oh, this game just keeps on giving. It's good. Cold stone killer from Lagana. La Rochelle have a 2-point lead. This is it. Penalty to Leinster. It's all on the boot of Harry Byrne. What a thriller.
What a finish, a game that had everything.
The Stormers arrived in London with 2 wins from 2. Quins have been on a bad run in the Prem, but they looked up for this one, taking the lead after 6 minutes through Jack Kenningham. The bonus point was sewn up after 25 minutes, Chandler Cunningham South with the try. And in the second half, Quins ran away with it. Nick David scoring a hat-trick amongst 9 tries for the home side.
David into the corner for the hat-trick.
Neither of these sides had a point so far in the competition, but Leicester took charge after 5 minutes when Adam Radwan raced in. Cam Henderson notched up the bonus point just before the break.
Henderson, who's run good lines before in this first half, and he's going to run another good one here.
And from there, Tigers raced away with it. Billy Searle scoring a second half hat-trick. It finished 57-14. Leinster and Harlequins are guaranteed a place in the last 16. Stormers look favourites to join them, and then La Rochelle and Leicester are scrapping over the final qualifying position.
And whilst Blair is working hard, let's have a look at the rest of Pool 1 with Robbie.
Glasgow have had to come from behind to win both their games so far, but they dominated early on against Claremont. Jack Dempsey with their 4th try before the break. Things got interesting in the second half when Claremont were awarded a penalty try and Glasgow picked up 2 yellow cards. The Warriors almost survived the 10 minutes down to 13, but not quite.
It could be a score for Zamora, and back out it goes to Simone, and they do get the try.
But inside the last 10 minutes, captain Kyle Steyn scored his 2nd of the game to put the result beyond doubt. This was a physical battle between 2 European heavyweights, both on 6 points, and the Willis brothers provided a fascinating sideshow. Toulouse dominated early on and strung the phases together before creating a gap for Blair Kinghorn. It took nearly half an hour for Saracens to threaten, but then Rotimi Shagan scored twice in a matter of minutes. And Tom Willis added a crucial try just before the break. Toulouse, with the wind and rain behind them, claimed their 2nd, Mathis Lebel with the finish. The weather got worse, but Saracens held on for a massive win. The Battle of the Sharks was a gritty affair, with both sides feeding off scraps. The only try of the first half came to Sale. Riketi Maasi White with the score. After the break, Sale started to click. Tom O'Flaherty gave them a 16-point lead.
There's the fluency, there's the skill sets, there's the try.
But on the hour, the Hollywood Bet Sharks showed some bite. Flanker Manu Shatuka showing great pace to round George Ford. But the home side sniffed out any comeback when O'Flaherty claimed the bonus point try. That was enough to guarantee that Sale will join Glasgow in the round of 16. Saracens gave their chances a boost with that win over Toulouse, and the Sharks can still make it too.
Bordeaux, you absolute beauty. What a day it was. We started in the vineyard, we met some incredible people, we ate some delicious food, and to top it off, we had the remake of last year's final, Bordeaux against Saints, an incredible game of rugby. I can't wait for more, I can't wait for next week, round 4, see you there.
There were some amazing performances across round 3. Bristol claimed the fastest try bonus point in Champions Cup history.
How easily have the Bristol Bears walked in under the sticks?
There were 5 hat-tricks.
Slagging towards the hat-trick. Can Henry stop him? No.
But perhaps the most dramatic moment of the round was Harry Byrne's nerveless penalty to give Leinster victory over La Rochelle with the last kick of the game.
What a thriller.